Hello, my name is Judah Bergeron and I'm 17 years old. This summer I went on a trip with Teen Missions International to Guatemala. And our main project was to be building a new building for an orphanage over there. And the year before that, I went to Zambia where we built a bridge. So with Teen Missions International, with our trips, they last about 7 weeks. And you start out with 2 weeks of what's known as the Lord's Boot Camp, where you learn different construction skills such as carpentry, block laying, steel tying, digging, concrete pouring, all that sort of stuff. Then evangelism skills, you learn how to do puppets for the kids and dramas. And then at the end of that 2 weeks, you have the commissioning service. It's really cool. You've got a candlelight ceremony and everything. And then everybody hops on the buses and heads to the airport, where usually you spend the night and fly out the next day, everybody to their own respective countries. So yeah, in Guatemala we were staying at Nuevo, Reto, which is a children's home. The reason we traveled to Guatemala was to help out at Nuevo Reto to building their new building to house their staff, because they didn't have enough money beforehand to do it. And with Teen Missions International, the teens, part of the money they raise goes to purchasing building materials, and then the teens also supply the man hours to get it done. When we started out, the place we were going to build the building, it was just like full of junk. There was metal and wood and bricks and stuff everywhere. But we cleared that out in like 3 hours, which was really fast. And then broke up the concrete and hauled it out of there. And then we had to do a lot of digging because we dug a foundation. And then we had to lay the steel to put on that. So a lot of steel tying. And then we had a concrete pouring. And then we finished the rest of the foundation the way they do it in Guatemala, where they then lay like 3 courses of block, and then we poured concrete along the top of those, and then we got the foundation all done. When we left, we had the project, it was over halfway finished with the first floor, and so the next team that Teen Missions sends to Guatemala next year, they're going to be finishing up the first floor. Another thing that we got to do that was really cool in Guatemala was we got to teach the kids at the children's home, we got to teach them phonics, and that was really fun to do. And we also got to play soccer with them, which was really fun, and they're really good. One of the main things I learned this summer during my trip was how much we need to rely on God in our everyday lives. You know, when I first got to the field, it was kind of tough and it was hard, and you know, I was kind of getting homesick and stuff. And then one day I was praying, and I realized that the reason it was so hard was because I was trying to do it by myself, and I wasn't trusting in God to see me through. And so just right there, I surrendered to Him. And after that, the whole trip got just so much easier. I think every teen should go on a Teen Missions team. It's a really great experience that really builds teenagers into young adults and prepares them for the adult life. You know, there's a lot of responsibility placed on the teens. It's a tough experience. You're with like up to 25 people you've never met before for 7 weeks. You know, you're sleeping in tents, bathing in buckets, washing your clothes in buckets. You get up at like anywhere from like 5:30 to 6, depending on your project. You're working hard each day, and you know, it really takes teens and it shapes them from more than just a typical teenager into a hardworking young adult. Like I said, it's a really great experience. It really opens your eyes to what's going on, rather than just like, oh, this is America, you know, we have everything we need. Whereas in a lot of different countries, they don't. And a lot of times we don't realize that until we actually go there and see that. Teen Mission's slogan is, training tomorrow's missionaries today. Our whole life as Christians is a mission field. Not just if we go overseas, but in our jobs, our homes, and everything.